All right, introduce yourself and why are you excited for Super Manila?
Clark Marshadesh. I'm a all-around collector. Pretty much comic books, original art, commission pieces, statues. I started with the X-Men. I think I was 10 years old. My primary piece really is all about the X-Men. So I'm pretty excited how Marvel has done X-Men now. Why am I excited for Superman? Number one, I've been talking to Sandy about having his own con. I go to international cons for 7 years now.
Yeah.
And one of the things that I see all the time is how big of a fan base we have in the Philippines. And also the biggest store, the one in Singapore, though they have good connections, they're not as big as ours. Still not the biggest options as far as we have. So I keep on telling Sandy because we bump into that fun. So I always tell them that one day we should do this in the Philippines. So I'm pretty happy. I'm stoked really. It's very convenient. It's in a place where it's the first time that they're doing that in that area. People are not even allowed in that floor yet. So I'm pretty excited that we're gonna have it in that place. It's great that we have Whilce over. I'm a 90s kid, so pretty much that's the next thing I'm gonna say might not be accurate, but to me, Whilce is the one that started everything else. So it's great that he'll be here for this year. For the first one, same as what he did for APCC. That was a good start. This is a very good start for us. So I'm happy that he's there. I'm pretty happy as far as how far the Filipino artists have gone. I frequent Singapore Comic Con and I've built a lot of friends there. And one of the things that I just posted this, I shared SuperManila to the group in Singapore, and they'd always make fun that there's something in the water in the Philippines that creates these talented Filipinos. So I'm pretty proud of it. Our con, if you look at it on an international perspective, is way bigger than, I dare say, Singapore, just because we have so much local artists to us. I mean, to Filipinos, to comic book collectors, it's kind of easy to not see it, but in the bigger picture, having Leinil here, having Stephen here, having Jay and Letter here, and Whilce is coming over, Kuya Jerry and Kuya Lan, having them here, it's just amazing. So, and you have a multitude of other artists, big artists like Carlo, like Jason, like Harvey, that's here and joining. It's amazing. So if you look at it, and this is something that I just had a conversation with Singaporean friends last night, is that we're fortunate, but sometimes it's also easy to miss how fortunate we are. So I'm pretty stoked by it. I hope a lot of the collectors, a lot of the fans would come over and join. Not just because it's the first time, not just because it's by Comic Odyssey and Filbar, but because it really is all about being Filipino,
Right.
and showcasing what we've got. Again, I don't wanna overstate it, but sometimes we forget how lucky we are. How lucky we are. Literally, like in Singapore, I keep going back and forth because they're the neighbor country and they have, aside from Tokyo, who's getting a bigger con now, they're the one that has the biggest con in Southeast Asia.
Right.
In Asia, if that's the case. Where they get that once a year. They'll be lucky if on Free Comic Book Day they'll get, like they got raised a couple years back, for them to have a signing. But us, we're practically once a month. We have a signing event every quarter, not even, I think even every month we have a comic book based con event for us, and having this in this size, it's amazing.
Clark, Arrow, and Sea Hunter. There are calls now for an Aero Funko Pop. How cool is that? Do you want it?
I don't collect Funko Pop. I'm a 1/4 scale collector, so I'm not a fan of that scale. But I'm happy about it. In the past few days, there has been that petition, and I've been bumping that. I bump that twice a day. Because I'm an admin for a number of groups.
Right.
So I bump that in my groups. I bump that in my wall. Every time I see it, somebody sharing it, I bump it. Last night, I think I got a little bit in trouble for saying what I said, but because I checked this morning, it's close to 900. Last night it was 840, and I was like, we're a group of almost 4,000 people. Seriously, guys. So it's an understatement for me to say that I'm excited. I'm pretty happy. I'm pretty happy that we have that. Though I understand. I have a couple of friends who are in the industry. I kind of understand how difficult it is for you to have a book out there, for a publisher to invest in the book, that not knowing if people will support it. I'm happy about it. I think Wave should have her own book. I wish she would get her own book. Funko Pop, yeah. Okay, for Funko Pop collectors. I'll give that to you. But comic book, yes. Definitely, a comic book, yes. I'm happy that friends in Singapore are supporting it. I'm surprised some of them, because I hope this doesn't get published, or if this gets cut. We get more activity here. We get more activity here. I think they just celebrated, let me please be correct, 10 years in that group, and I've been there for 5 to 7 years. And we really do we're the same set of people that post in that group. There are a couple of friends over there, but here we're growing like crazy here. And I'm pretty happy about that, and I guess my call to action to everyone is really, I hope everyone supports it. It's just a click away, so please support it. You don't have to donate. I think there's an option right here for you to donate, but I hope you don't have to, but I hope you do. I hope you support it. It's only, I'm hoping after this conversation it's 1,000, but the last time I checked it's close to 900, so we just gotta support. Going beyond that, and which is the next question of every publisher, is buy the comic. Buy the comic. I'm not a fan of piracy. I hate it. That's the one that kills the industry. And every time that I see it, it's the only thing I shame people of. I'm not gonna be ashamed of saying that, but that's the only thing I'm gonna shame a person of, because it kills the industry. And the next step for us, next to clicking that support button, is really buying the comic book. If we want a character that is our own, buy the book. So I hope we do both.
Okay, thanks.
You're welcome.
Good job.
Thank you.